Welcome to the Journey to a Million podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Walker. This podcast is about my personal journey from being $25,000 in debt to getting to $1 million of net worth by the age of 43. Follow along with my journey, implement the ideas, and let's do it together. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's get started. Hey, what's up out there, guys? It is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. We're almost in the month of April, which I'm looking forward to. Hopefully a great month for cryptos. And I just wanted to make a quick video today about a project that I just got into. It's been getting a lot of steam lately. It's called OGN protocol. And I really like the concept of this because if you've actually listened to some of my other shows, I talked about how I never got into Shopify and I wanted to, and I missed out on that investment, or at least I sold it too early is what happened actually. I sold it too early and it went up about 10 to 13x from where I sold it. So, I actually heard about this one from a couple people. One of them is Alex Becker, and I actually researched it. I used to see a lot of his YouTube ads back in the day for Shopify, and I think he was drop shipping spatulas or something like that. It was something funny, but he just seemed like a cool dude, and I like his videos because he's just he's not trying to push anything. He's just telling you what he's doing, or it's just straight information, and I just like his delivery and attitude about it. So it's pretty funny there, but I went and started looking at that project, and it looks like from what people are talking about, OGN protocol is going to decentralize some marketplaces that we use a lot, like Shopify. And Alex Becker was really familiar with Shopify, made a lot of money in it, I'm pretty sure. And so if OGN is going to be a challenger to Shopify, this could be the next opportunity in that Shopify space. So I took a look at it, and about a month ago, it was sitting about 90 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents. And it really picked up steam within the last week. On Saturday, it popped up to about 120. And then by Monday, yesterday, it was at 167. And then it went all the way up to about 222. And maybe a little bit higher even. But, I always say, I know I'm not supposed to buy coins when they're pumping, but I do think this is a long-term play. And I went ahead and put some money in last night at about the $1.77 range, I believe. So it went all the way back up in the twos and then came back down to about 177. So I think it's finding a new floor. It hit that resistance at the $2.20, $2.30, 40 cent range. And then now it's kind of finding a new support down there. And that's okay. I didn't want to make a quick percentage and get out. I think this is a long-term project. And if you look at the market cap, one thing that's really good to tell is with these projects, if they have a low market cap, also just look at the market cap and supply, and that can kind of tell you how that project, how new it is, or how much potential it has. So if you look at OGN, the market cap is, let's see, let me get out of this. I thought I could see it on this one screen, but you have to actually go search for the project to then pull it up, which is interesting. So anyway, the market cap is currently at 479.5 million. It got up in the 500 millions yesterday, and then now it's back to 479. But, that's actually really low for a lot of these projects. A lot of projects that are still relatively small are over $1 billion in market cap. And then some go as high as, 20, 30 billion. So there's still a lot of room for this to grow. And if this really is a great project and has a lot of potential, you can see that market cap maybe 2, 3, 4, 5x, which is what we like. And then the circulating supply or total supply, it goes up to 1 billion OGN tokens, but current supply is only 274 million, which will definitely increase. I'm not really sure how they control the supply as much, but I know 275 million isn't that much, and even there's coins with way bigger supplies than that. So I would say that's a good size supply. I like a billion or less most of the time. But if it is a billion or less based on market cap, I think that gives the project chances to 2, 3, 4, 5x more quickly. And if there's a huge supply, it's harder to get those big moves. But just to tell you kind of a little bit more about Origin, based on their website, I'm reading this at originprotocol.com/en/about. All right. Lower fees. Centralized platforms for music and art often charge incredibly high fees, leaving the creators with a small fraction of the value generated and causing consumers to overpay for goods and experiences. Traditional payment processors also charge significant fees. Decentralized commerce reduces the power of middlemen and their ability to charge egregious fees. I don't know why I thought that was a different word. Sorry. Their ability to charge egregious fees. Both buyers and sellers can share in the savings. With OUSD, Origin provides an alternative to high-cost payment rails. Ordinary people and businesses can reduce costs and benefit from superior yields provided by OUSD. So there's also better incentives and then increased access. So it'll go down here. 2 billion people around the world are currently unbanked. They do not have access to checking accounts, credit cards, Alipay, or Apple Pay. With the advent of cryptocurrencies and the proliferation of inexpensive smartphones, now is the time to enable the unbanked to participate in decentralized commerce and finance. Anyone with a crypto wallet can participate in the NFT economy. Users from all over the world are now able to access a stable currency with superior yields in OUSD. So there's a lot of selling points. I think, the main thing that I'm looking at is the lower fees with platforms, and then decentralizing a lot of these marketplaces. So I think this concept is a broad concept in cryptocurrency, but I think this project has great potential based on the fact that if you look at things like Shopify, for instance, they're charging 30, 40 bucks a month to use their platform minimum. And I think it's definitely worth it. And you can make a lot of money with it. And then they're going to charge also transaction fees on top of that, which I think just go mostly to the credit card processing companies. I'm not sure if they're making any percentage on that. But at the same time, credit card processing, there's fees on everything. And that's a lot of these things with like art, especially if you make some kind of art form, whether it's a book, music, you actually have to get that music published or that book published. And then the publishers, they're getting your book or music out to more people, but at the same time, they're taking away your fees, taking fees out of what you make. And so a lot of artists that have been in the music industry have talked about, their labels whenever they're done, they're not getting nearly what they thought they would based on what the labels are taking out. And this project actually could just take away the power of the labels, and basically just bring everything direct to the customer and the end user so that they're able to have that same experience, but then the artist actually gets more money. So I think it's pretty easy to see why this project could be so great. I think online marketplaces, there's a lot of value that they're bringing. So I do see the value in that. But I do think that based on, if people are charging extra fees or things like that, this is a way to get consumers their product direct from the supplier or or the artist or person who makes it directly. And so I think that's an interesting concept of cryptocurrency. And I definitely think this project is one to look at long term. And I think if Alex Becker, who has experience in Shopify, is going to say that this could disrupt the Shopify industry, and I missed an investment in Shopify or sold too early back in the day, and now I have an opportunity to get in early and hold, I think I'm going to take that chance. I like this project. I like what it means, and I like the name too, Origin Protocol. I mean, seems pretty cool. It's symbol OGN. And if you're wondering where to buy this, you can get it on several exchanges, Binance, Uniswap. I'm currently using crypto.com to buy it. And to me, that's the reason I'm doing that is because some of the Binance and Uniswap is more for advanced crypto people. And I think what I'm trying to do is kind of bring crypto to the mainstream and kind of help people understand what it is and bridge that gap and see that this isn't just like a get rich quick scheme trying to make money on investments and you're not sure what they are. these projects are actually really legit and they're going to revolutionize the world. And I think, that's why I'm suggesting on this, like crypto.com is very easy to set up. It's just as simple as downloading an app and setting it up just like you would anything else. And you can actually get Origin Protocol on there. So I would definitely recommend looking at crypto.com. Great app for that. It has a lot of small cap coins, which I think is underrated, especially if you're trying to maximize your potential gains. And then lastly, I think I would just want to say the slogan on Origin Protocol is it's time to bring crypto to the mainstream. And so obviously I resonate with that. So I'm in Origin Protocol now. I wanted to make a quick video to let you guys know this is probably time sensitive and we'll see how it does from here on out. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.